Okay, today we're going to look at chapter 5.7, scatter plots and trend lines. This is a general idea about graphing data. A scatter plot itself is a way to visually arrange the data on the graph. Points are plotted on an XY axis, as you see on this picture in front of you. And the examples that you see here are examples of scatter plots. Notice that they're not straight lines, they're just kind of scattered around, which is why they call it a scatter plot. Whenever you're talking about graphing lines, everything tends to be very nice and neat, but again, with a scatter plot, you could have dots that are pretty close to each other going in an upward direction, pretty close to each other going in a downward direction. You could have dots all over the place. Today what we're going to do is just work on numbering and plotting scatter plots. Tomorrow and Thursday what we're going to do is discuss what trend lines and correlations are, but for now we're going to look at how to create it. Just keep in mind as I work through these, because I'm going to work through 3 of them with you and then kind of give you some to work on your own. But keep in mind you can count by any value that you choose. You just have to count by the same value across the same side. I'm going to discuss this as I create the scatter plots, but like I said, just keep in mind you have to make sure your count system is consistent. So looking at this first question where it says use the table below to create a scatter plot, they have adult tickets and children's tickets. They have some numbers here. The general thing you want to do first is identify your low number here. Your low number is 10, your high number is 50. Here your low number is 30, your high number is 137, and you want to do that so you know what numbers you actually need. On this actual plot here, again from 10 to 50, you want to spread it out as much as you can. Well, if I go by 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, notice how I get all the way over here. And again, the first part here, you remember this from I think it was a couple chapters ago we talked about, where the first thing listed is your independent. So this is adult tickets, and this would be your children tickets. And so that is how you would set it up. And again, if I'm going from 10 to 50, my check was that I'll go from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. For my adult tickets, I don't need to number them all, but I just kind of did that for the sake of you seeing again. But notice I counted by 5 all the way through. I didn't go 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 80, you know what I mean? And you have to make sure if you count by 5s, you count by 5s all the way across. Here I'm going from 30 to 137. And so what I can do here is I can actually start at a number like I can actually count by, let's see, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. What I can do is I can start at 30, which is fine. I just have to make sure again that if I'm counting by 10s, that I keep counting by 10s all the way up. And once I get that, that is the setup for my scatter plot. Now I just have to go through and get each pair. So for example, 10 on adult tickets leads to 30 for children's tickets. So 10 on adult tickets is here, 30 for children's tickets is right there. There is your dot. Again, 10 on adult tickets, 30 on children's tickets, that's the first point that's there. Here, 20 on adult tickets leads to 55 on children's tickets. Well, here's 20. 30, 40, 50, 55 would be right in between 50 and 60, and so that is where your dot would go. Here, 30 on adult tickets leads to 80 for children's tickets, so 30 is here, 80 would be right here. These seem to be lined up pretty good. On the next one, 40 for adult tickets leads to 112 for children's tickets, so 40 is here. 112 would be slightly higher than 110. Again, you can kind of approximate there. That's 100. I'm sorry, it's 110, and so 112 would be kind of about right there. And then 50 for adult tickets leads to 137 for children's tickets, which 137 would be just a little bit below 140, somewhere around there. That would be a scatter plot. Although this doesn't look as crazy as the ones that we've seen, this is kind of what we're looking at, is just our ability to make sure we understand how to plot these points. Again, this is always the first number. That's why we went over to 10, and then 30 for the second one. Then we went over to 20, and then up to 55, and then over to 30, and up to 80, and so on. That is how you make a scatter plot. Make sure you label your parts, and make sure you label your numbers there. That is what you're going to be asked to do when you do this work later on your own. And again, just keep that in mind. This is something you're going to have to do today, so just make sure that you are paying attention to what I'm doing to kind of keep this moving the right way. Another one, again, is another scatter plot. You have test scores here. Again, looking at the range, the lowest test score seems to be 76, the highest seems to be 97. The lowest study time, which is what they have here, is 33. The highest is 101. Excuse me. So from 76 to 97, it means that I could pretty much go, I think I could probably go 75, 76, 77, 78, 89, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, can't do that. Maybe I could go by 2, 70, 72, 4, 6, 8, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96. Well, actually, if I started right here at 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98 would actually work. So I have my 72, 76, 80, so 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, and so on. So you'll notice that I numbered this, and I didn't label them all, but I kind of counted the way I would. So 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98. And again, you'll notice that I counted by twos all the way across. Although I didn't label them all, I just counted by twos all the way across. Again, this is test scores, and that has to be labeled. And then the other one is study time. So study time goes here. Again, the first label always goes at the bottom. The second label always goes on the side. Now again, your side label goes from 33 to 101. Let's see, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So again, we can kind of do it that way, where we just start at 30 and we count by 10. So 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. You don't need to go any further because 101 is as high as it goes. And again, all you have to do at that point is just label it. 76 for your test score is here. 33 for your study time is just slightly above 30. It's just not all the way up to 35. But again, it's an approximation. It just shouldn't be above 40. It shouldn't be above 45. So 33 is somewhere around there. Here, 85 on a test score leads to 52 on study time. Well, 85 should be in between 84 and 86. So 85 is going to be here. Again, this is 84 and 86. 85 should be here. 52, if that's the 50, should be slightly higher than that. So again, it'll be somewhere around there. Here, 83 leads to 49. So 83 would be in between 82 and 84. Again, 80, 82, 84. So 83 would be here. Goes up to 49, which is pretty close to 50, about right there. Just not on the dot. 97 leads to 101. So again, 97 would be way over here. 96, 98, 97 would be in the middle. 101 would be just above that 100 line, which would be somewhere over here. And then 92 led to 65. So 92 to 65 is in between 60 and 70. And again, you can see this is definitely not a straight line, which is why we again call it a scatter plot. But you can see that the dots are moving in an upward direction. We'll talk about what that means tomorrow. But again, for right now, what you're looking at is that these dots are moving in an upward direction, which means that as test scores go up, study time goes up. Or you could say as study time goes up, test scores go up. But of course, who wouldn't know that already? Again, the general idea when you do your scatter plots today, you're going to have to do a few of them, 3 of them actually on your own. Study time, test scores came from up here. The first one goes on the bottom. The second one goes on the side. Make sure you identify your minimum maximum values. Make sure you count by the same thing going both directions. Let's look at one more scatter plot here, and then you'll come up to me and get your sheet of paper for this to be done for your pretty much your participation grade for the day on what's going on. It says use the table below to create another scatter plot. The years go from 1999 all the way up to 2007. Now here's the thing. 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that we can just go ahead and count this as, let's see, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2000, 99, 98, 97, 96. So we can call this 1995. 96, 97, 98, 99. We can call this 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 2005. 6, 7, 8. So 2000. Well, I guess we don't need to mark anymore because we're kind of doing it that way. But we are counting these by ones. Again, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2006, 2007. So we have all the years covered. In terms of my numbers here, my lowest number here seems to be 7,500 going up to about 96. 80. So if I start at 7,500, 7,000, 7,2, 7,4, 7,6, 7,8, 8,000, 8,2, 8,4, 8,6, 8,8, 9,000, 9,2, 9,4, 9,6. So what I'm going to do is start at 7,200. And then I'm going to count by 200s on the way up because I noticed that I almost made it with that. So I'm just going to start a little bit higher. So 7,200. 7,400, 7,600, 7,800. This is 8,000, 8,200, 8,400, 8,600, 8,800, 9,000, 9,200, 9,400, 9,600 is here. And again, notice how I have all of my key numbers in there. I have my 7,200, which holds my 75. I have my 9,600, which goes up to 9,800 over here. That is a good overall part. Just don't forget your labels. This is year, and this is gross revenue. So turn that sideways. So again, this is our starting point, and all we have to do from this point on is just make sure that we put our points in the right spot. 1999 goes with 7,500. So 95, 96, 97, 98, 99 goes with about 7,500. Well, this is 72, 74, 76. So 75 should be right in between, right about there. Again, 7,400 was there, 7,600 was there. There's your 75. 2000, the year 2000, which is here, goes to 7,750. And again, as long as you're in the right spot, you're okay. That's 7,600, 7,800. And so 7,750 should be somewhere around here in the middle between those two with 7,600 and 7,800. 2001 goes to 8,370. So 2001 is here. Here's 8,000, 8,200, 8,300 because remember we're counting by 200s. 8,370 would be just slightly higher than that, which would represent right there. Here, 2002 goes to 9,320. That's 2000, 2001, 2002 goes to 9,320. Here's your 9,200, 9,300. 9,320 would be slightly higher than that, so we'll just put it around there. 2003 goes to 9,300. 2001, 2, 3 goes to 9,300, which again is about, that's 92 and 94, so it's somewhere around there. 2004 goes to 9450. Well, that's 2005, so that's 2004. 9450 would be right around 94, just slightly higher. 2005 goes to 8960. Here's your 2005. This is your 8,800. This is your 8,900. And you notice it's 8960, so slightly higher than that. Would be somewhere around there. 2006 goes to 9,300, so here's your 2006. 9,300 would be, that's 92. 93 would be right there. And then 2007 goes to 9680, so 2007, 5, 6, 7 goes to 9680. Well, here's your 96. 9680 would be slightly higher than that. And again, you can see that these points are scattered because they're not perfect. But again, you can notice that the trend is that it kind of goes in an upward direction. As I go right, I go up. It increases overall. And again, that's just something that we have to know out of that. Now, the scatter plots you're going to be asked to do today are not going to be this deep. Just make sure that you are working on actually plotting those points and knowing what goes where. That is the most important part. And again, you have to turn this in. Make sure you hand it in, and that you hand it in ready for some critiquing, because I need to tell you what you are doing wrong so you can kind of fix that for later. Other than that, like I said, just go ahead and turn your computers in, come and get the first worksheet so you can do your assignment for your participation, and then after that you can work together on your other stuff. So other than that, good luck. Again, come and get the sheet and let's go on from there.